the Function with Purpose podcast. All things health, wellness, fitness, and education with a physical therapy perspective. I am Dr. Amy Bullock, owner and founder of Fortress Physical Therapy. Fortress PT is here to serve the Charlotte metro area by highlighting the importance of how and why physical therapy should be a part of your health and wellness lifestyle. Here we go. Welcome to Season 2 of the FPT Function with Purpose podcast, episode number 7 coming at you. So, Dr. Amy here. It's me again. Yes, locked in this closet, coming at you. I recently updated my microphone, so I probably sound pretty clear right now. Yay. But topic of today's episode number 7. Should I quit my gym membership because I just had surgery? I have worked with multiple patients since being my own lady boss with my Fortress Physical Therapy home business and clinic, and I've had a handful of patients who have gone through surgery, more specifically shoulder surgery of a particular athlete of mine who comes into play here. I'm going to talk about her later on, but she went through actually 2 bouts of shoulder rotator cuff repair, and she continued her membership while at the gym. So, should you quit your gym membership because you had surgery? Me, personally, no. I don't think you should, because, for example, that patient that I'm speaking about, she came in with shoulder surgery literally the day after in her sling of her right arm. Her right arm is in a sling. Well, guess what? She still has 2 legs and another arm and a heart to continue to train and exercise. So if you're invested in your health and wellness, then you will continue to train and exercise other areas that are not quote unquote injured or recovering or on the mend to healing. So why would you cease your gym membership when that is a part of investment of your health and wellness? Even pre-surgery, no surgery, or post-surgery, recovering from surgery. This will only help you in the long run. And it helps make your recovery process more smooth and faster. Because the human body is very powerful. It's very unique. It adapts to change. And when something is injured or you're recovering from surgery, whether it is a rotator cuff repair or maybe a knee replacement, the type of exercise and movements that you do to other parts of your body help carry over to that specific healing aspect that's going on in your body. So your nervous system picks up all of these cues, and well, guess what? Your body is a very smart machine. So whatever you do to the other aspects of your body that are not in this recovery process helps that surgical area or that injured area be better in the long run, recover faster, recover more smooth, even though you might not be using that particular area at that moment in time post-surgery. So throughout the recovery process from some type of surgery that you may be experiencing or going through, and I'm going to talk about my particular athlete who has already fully recovered from surgery, But at that time, she had her rotator cuff repaired. In fact, it was her second rotator cuff repairment. And she was literally back in the gym 24 hours later, exercising. Exercising appropriately, though. She knew what to do because from her previous surgery on the other arm, on the left rotator cuff, oh yeah, she had rotator cuff surgery on the left arm and then the right arm. She learned throughout that process that it was super important to continue her gym membership because that was her physical therapy outside of going to actual physical therapy, where when someone comes in her particular case, post-op rotator cuff repair, that physical therapist, i.e. myself, would move that arm, that surgery arm, through what we call passive range of motion, and then we would do some passive modalities. Maybe it was some soft tissue work. Maybe it was a little bit of dry needling away from the surgical site, or maybe it was some isometrics, etc. But outside of that 1 hour that she spent with me with physical therapy, it was up to her to kind of continue that. So the gym membership plays a crucial role in this, because if you see yourself succeeding in recovering faster from surgery outside of your 1 hour of physical therapy 3 times a week, so a total of 3 hours for the week when you're actually seeing a physical therapist, it's up to you out of those other hours of the week to help make your recovery process smoother and faster. So the gym membership should totally continue. And there's multiple gyms out there who that have access to a pool. They have almost any piece of equipment out there, anywhere from bands to dumbbells, light kettlebells, etc. So you got to continue to put in the work as that surgical area, in this case, my example, the rotator cuff, is healing, and you're following that appropriate timeline and guidance through that surgeon on that expectation, so that when that patient follows up with their surgeon post-op, maybe it's a 2 or 4 week mark out, that you exceed expectations on that healing timeline. So when you exceed that expectation with the healing timeline, well, guess what? You're going to be out of that sling faster. You won't be popping pain meds as frequent, or if at all, none, because that is part of the surgical recovery. And you're going to get back to doing life faster. And the faster you're able to do that and continue your gym membership post-surgery, the better off you will be. So I am a huge proponent of maintaining that gym membership after you had surgery, because, I'm lucky. The gym that I work at, CrossFit Pineville, yes, I'm going to be super biased, that's where my office is located. So I always have an eye out on my patients, whether they are a post-op or they're exercising during class. I always have an eye on my athletes / patients. So it's a pretty cool setup to be able to have a physical therapist on staff at a gym. So just my thought dots on whether or not you're contemplating about ceasing or putting your gym membership on hold because you had surgery. Now, don't get me wrong. Surgery is a big, broad term, but it will depend on the type of surgery that you get, right? In this case, I'm talking orthopedic type stuff. Rotator cuff, hip replacement, knee replacement. Maybe you had your hip joint flushed out or cleaned up, or your elbow joint cleaned up. Anything else is a different topic to talk about. But yeah, so you got to find that gym. And, I'm going to vouch for physical therapy, having and knowing if there's a physical therapist on staff who knows what they're doing and can keep an eye on you. And you can even work congruently with that physical therapist. And that's what I do at my clinic. Not only because I am a CrossFit coach, but I also wear the coach hat and I wear the physical therapist hat. So it's a nice blend of keeping an eye on my patients as they heal, as they train, as they exercise. So in all, should I quit my gym membership, because I just had surgery? No. Especially if it's orthopedically, right? But again, everybody's situation is going to be a little bit different. So if you have any questions, or perhaps you're in the South Charlotte area, definitely reach out to me at Fortress Physical Therapy. I would be glad to help or help guide you in the right direction. That's a wrap for today's episode, Function with Purpose podcast. For more information on this episode, check out the show notes within your podcast app. Be sure to subscribe, like, share, or drop your comments and questions below. You can also follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and LinkedIn. Thanks for the listen. Pursuit, precision, purpose.